Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Lechtich Musar podcast. We continue with the Pele Yoeitz. We are on page 253 in the art scroll. We are day 101 of Hachzik. We've been discussing at length the inyan of Bizayin, and now we pick up, continuing in this. Yesterday we discussed, if we owe a debt of gratitude to someone, how we have to be vigilant, scrupulous, not to disparage them, not to cause them bizayin, but for someone who is, we're mechayiv and kavod to honor them, certainly we must be more vigilant, to avoid taking extra care not to disgrace them. Father or mother, Pasuk says one is cursed for degrading one's father or mother. A father can be meichel on his kavod to want to sit in his seat, you want to take a drink first, maybe that he can be meichel on that. But for bizayin, that he can't be meichel on his bizayin. Woe is to wayward sons, which that in those times they would be disrespectful and cause them to do things with their teeth and frustration and anger, meaning the children were so wayward that it would cause the parents to crush their teeth, hurt their gums. Woe is to them. One who disparages their rabbi, their rav, and a person who disparages any Talmid Chacham. The Gemara says, certainly one who speaks slander against them, how great is their iniquity, is their transgression going to be, and their dim cheshbon lost love. Now the Pele Yoeitz is going to digress from this discussion, and we are going to discuss humility. Anivas. How greatly must one be when he writes comments regarding Rabbeinu Hagdoshim, Kat HaKoidmin Asher Koitinim Avim Masnenu, talking to the Rishonim, Uchsheinim Evin Dvarim, if one can grasp the depth of their words, so Yamin B'Amuna Shlema She'im Reik Hu Mimenu, he must fully believe that if they seem difficult, it's not the Rishonim's issue, it's his own understanding, his ability to comprehend, which is lacking, which is flawed. We can't fully ever appreciate, plunge to the depths of their true meaning. There are teachers of Torah whose water we drink and from whose mouths we live. The Pele Yoeitz is clearly referring to achronim that came after the times of the Rishonim, or people even later than that write svarim, and if they don't understand the Rishon, they don't go through svarim on Shas, on Poskim. You have to be very careful in how you are mechabed a Rishon, are mechabed divrei Torah, because this is mamash kehim chayinu. This is where we draw everything based on the Rishonim. Be careful to write very bekavadik when it comes to writing about them. He should always view it as though the one that he quotes is standing opposite him, and remember his place when he challenges the words of these great men. Sometimes you have Achron bringing down a Rishon. You can't just deflect, just debunk whatever this Rishon is saying. It has to be with Kavod and God of an You see from the Achronim, the way that they write about the Rishonim, and with trepidation and mamash fear when they ever decide to oppose or bring up another svara, another opinion, and certainly when it comes to Poskim, that it's with tremendous kavod. He should be shameful and humiliated, and trembling should grip him. This is how one should approach the words of the generations before us, as the Pirkei Avos writes, beware of their glowing coal so that you don't get burned. So yes, it's all about getting to Amita Shatera, getting to the emes, and achieving the truth and what's truly the Dvar Hashem. But there's a way, there's a tochnit, there's a process in doing so, and one has to be very careful when they bring down the words of the Rishonim to do it in the most respectful and honorable manner of the kavod that these Rishonim deserved, who they were. Come and discover how far-reaching this principle that one must avoid degrading of others extends. The pasuk says, "You shall not ascend my mizbeach, so that your nakedness of your legs will not be uncovered upon it." If the Torah was so concerned about the dignity of the mizbeach, which were stones, they don't see, they're not makbid, they don't have feelings, they're inanimate, it's a stone. It's the lowest on the totem pole. We have a daimim chai, we have a daimim tzameh chai medaber. A daimim is the lowest on the totem pole of being, of life. It's a daimim, it's a rock. Yet the Torah still was makbid for its feelings. That the Torah ensured that there should be no degradation, there should be no lack of kavod to it, so that one, by commanding that one shouldn't expose parts of their legs while they ascend. Certainly one must be careful regarding his father, his mother, Tamid Chachamim, his Rebbe, his Rav. Never to sit before them in an undignified, disrespectful manner, which could be interpreted as showing indifference to their presence. We know that it's only out of great necessity, as a shasat chak, that we permit a son to sit behaseba in front of his father by the seder. And in front of a Rebbe, one cannot do a seba. Ad shehayot tzayin b'fnei rabbi yisrael v'nag b'minhag b'zayin v'lo nag b'chavod k'roy l'tam b'fnei rabbi kamu v'ba'avos v'nasan ein sham. Brings down a story, and you say over here we wrap it up in summation. Yishma chacham v'yechad v'lafis. The wise man should hear these words and be seized and gripped with terror and trembling. And one must be extremely wary of the honor of every person. And even more so regarding the honor of those to whom he is obligated to show respect. If one does this, as the pasuk in Mishlei says, the wise will inherit honor. For this is our way in the work to reiterate important lessons, but the side is to cover the Torah, to kavod to tell them the kims to other people, and work on our own personal humility. And as we spoke a few days ago, one may say, what do you mean? But this one is not doing the right thing. And that one, the side is we're here to work on ourselves, to bring shleimus to our nishtama, to our journey in this world, as we are lechtich achar b'midbar, as we're on traversing personal deserts with our nisaynis and our challenges. And the point is, we're not meant to look at Yenim and say, look at his shortcomings, and that can justify, and for mine. No. Everyone has to worry about themselves, their own shleimus. Everyone else has to worry about themselves, and never use that as any sort of justification. Remind ourselves that we have to bring kavod, we have to work for the king, we have to do his mitzvahs, learn his Torah, and be the best we can do. And even though, as we spoke out, naturally and innately, everyone is inclined to look at everyone else's problems and point fingers at other people, but when one is pointing at others, three is pointing at ourselves, and we have to work on his baininess, reflection, introspection, and see how we can make the best of ourselves, make the best out of our position in this world, for the next world, working as B'nai Malachim, sons of the king, and never saying, oh, but look at him, look what they're doing, and their shortcomings. That doesn't justify it. That's their own issue. And Hashem, master of the master plan, everyone else, they'll sort themselves out, but we have to be focused on ourselves. And as hard as it is to be humble, even when other people give us a dose or a heaping dose of bizayin, as we spoke about before, we have to stay focused and even be thankful to Kadosh Baruch Hu that Hashem didn't give us a chesaron kiss. Hashem didn't give us bizayin in a way to have a kaparos, avoinus, because bizayin is kaparos avoinus. And be thankful to Hashem for the bizayin that He gave us in this way, that there's no chesar and kiss, that a person just said something that wasn't nice, that was painful, that was hurtful, but he did it in this way and on other ways. So the side over here, as we said, is that it definitely overlaps with bitachon. It's realizing that Hashem is the Melech, and when others do things to us, harm us, we quoted the pasuk, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kalel, it's all Hashem, it's all divine ordained. So there's no kashas, there's no upset, there's no anger, because it's all the Eibishter. And we have that, we have everything. And that's how we'll reach, as we quoted a few days ago, Sasim Simcha Yasig, that's how we'll attain true joy and gladness, realizing it's all the Eibishter. And even when things are painful at the moment, sit, work on ourselves, process it, never respond, don't get angry back. And in this mahalach, as we work on ourselves, may Hashem give us the koyach to reach the levels that we're trying to achieve of humility, of walking with the Eibishter, realizing He's always the Malach, and in turn Hashem should always give us the bracha, the tzach, and the siyata d'shmaya that we always need.